Hey guys, I'm back for my second video. I want to thank Comics Quest for your comment and encouraging words. Appreciate it. And Scott X1307, both of you for subscribing. I'm going to continue with my CGC collection, and then I'm going to just show a few that I just picked up on eBay. And like I said on the last video, I still have lots of stuff to go, so I don't like to make the videos too long, so I'm just gonna do those couple things for this one. As you can see, I have this Walking Dead number 19. It's a 6.5. It's really the only thing I could afford. I wanted to get one really bad, and so I bought a 6.5. It's not too bad. It's got a couple little dings on it here along the spine. There's a few issues. It's a little bubbly, not bubbly, but slightly rippled on the back cover. It's hard to see unless you hold it a certain way in the light, but that's a cool issue. And I happened to get an 8.0, and I think I put in bids on 2 different ones, and I won both of them. So now I have 2. I'll probably end up selling one of them, probably the 6.5. But this one's got an issue right here in the corner. It's got a little break in the color. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. It's really not bad. I think if it wasn't for that, because it affected the back also, it probably could have been at least a 9. So that's pretty cool. I got another one. And here's another one. This one's going to be a PGX. Daredevil 168. Elektra. I believe that is the death or first appearance. First appearance. Death is 181. Sorry about that. That's a pretty cool issue. I also have one that's unslabbed, so I can look at that one. Next up is going to be Marvel Team Up number 1. This one's going to be a restored grade, which, I don't know, what do you guys think? Is it really that big a deal if it's restored, if it's professionally restored? I think it's still cool having, you know, some of these books you can get that you can get cheaper because they've been restored. They look great. I guess, you know, for the purists out there, if it's been restored, it's not, I guess it's not as good, but I don't know. I don't seem to mind that it's restored because it still looks awesome. So that's why I got this one. It's a 7.5. Next one I got was Star Wars 107. That's going to be the last issue. I have the first 10 issues of this unslabbed, and I wanted to get this one because low print run on this, and eventually someday I'll get the whole run. But it's a nice 9.6. Now this one, I didn't buy all these. Trust me, I'm not that foolish, but I had all these graded at one time by CGC, and I was kind of disappointed at some of the grades I got back on these. But Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8. I got this one back at a 7.5, and yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with that, because what am I going to get with a 7.5? Second one that came back, 7.5. Again, not that great, which I gotta sell all these. Hopefully I'll be able to sell them even though they're only 7.5s. I might be better off taking them out, cracking them open, and selling them. Just take pictures and let people decide what they're worth. Got another one back. This one was a 8.5. Getting better. Still not quite what I would have hoped for. And then the last one from CGC came back at a 9.6. So that's really the best one out of the bunch. So that was it that I did on CGC. I also sent one out. Maybe you guys will remember this one. This company is no longer around. Anyone remember this company? 3PG Grading. I don't think they were around for very long. They gave this one a score of 94, which I'm assuming is like a 9.4, because they go up to 100. So I'm guessing that that's what 94 is, a 9.4 possibly. Anyway, look at the construction of this thing. No wonder they didn't last. Look at how they put these things together. It's almost like a picture frame. Sorry, I'm still trying to get used to holding this in front of the camera. Check that out. It's almost like little pieces of plastic all together, like a frame. So that was a decent. It's too bad it wasn't CGC. Next one, we're going to Amazing Spider-Man number 51. It's at the second appearance of Kingpin. This is 7.5. It's kind of a, these spots here with the staples are kind of crazy. I'm surprised it even got a 7.5. But next one's gonna be Amazing Spider-Man 88. This is an 8.5. Old grading system. It's a nice copy. Love the cover on that one. And then the next one's gonna be a Spider-Man 100. Again, another one from the old grading system. I heard they used to grade tougher back then. I don't know if that's true. I'm not even sure who said that now. It might have been Captain Strangelove. Somebody was saying that they used to grade tougher. But that's a nice copy. It's a 9.0, but I think it could have been higher than that. Next one is going to be another 9.0. Amazing Spider-Man 200. It's a nice copy. I got a couple of these too that are also unslabbed. This one didn't go with the bunch. Still sticking with the Spider-Man stuff. There's a Amazing Spider-Man 500. That one's a 9.8. Surprised they really don't go for that much. You can get those still fairly cheap for a 9.8 on a CGC. That's a nice issue though. Next one is another PGX Amazing Spider-Man 529 9.6. That's kind of a cool cover. I don't know if I like the change. I kind of like the old Spider-Man costume the best, but it's pretty cool. And still with Amazing Spider-Man, we have 252 9.6 and another 252 9.6. I got these before they were too expensive, and I don't know what the 9.6s are going for now, but I know it wasn't what I paid for those. Here's another old graded one. Well, now we got Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. It's a 9.4. I like these. I used to like, I read these, a lot of these Spectaculars, the old ones. I like them. It was kind of a different change from the Amazing Spider-Man. Cool cover. Well, this was kind of crazy. I ordered this one because basically it's John Byrne, and it's supposed to be his first art with Marvel. This one was a 9.0, which actually I got after I bought this one, which was a 9.2, supposedly. And when I looked at this thing, I said, no way in hell was this a 9.2, because the 9.0 looks better than this one. I have a feeling that the case is cracked, as you can see here, maybe, if I hold it right. There's a crack there, and I think that whoever sold this, I don't even remember who I got it from now, but this does in no way look like it's a 9.2. Look at the edges of this thing. It's just doesn't look like it should be a 9.2. There's a lot of things on this that, I don't know, it just doesn't even look as good as the 9.0, unless that was just CGC and inconsistent grading. Next we got X-Men 108, another John Byrne, first art with the X-Men. I love John Byrne. I love his art. It's awesome. But I wasn't satisfied with just having a 7.0, so I upgraded and got a 9.0. I still want to get better than a 9.0. I think I'll probably end up trying to sell these two just so I can get a higher graded one, like a 9.8 or something like that. Got two more. Got Incredible Hulk 330, which is McFarlane art. He's another one that I enjoy his art. I always like this isn't necessarily an old Hulk, it's from '87, but I love the old Hulk covers. They're just so awesome. And last but not least, here's an oldie. Famous Funnies 146. This is from 1946. Why did I get this? I have no idea. I just wanted to have an old golden age issue, and this is like the oldest one I found at the time. It's actually pretty nice. It's an 8.5. Not worth really a lot. It's surprising that stuff back in the 40s is not even as much as something from 1991, but it's all supply and demand, and it's not Marvel or DC. That's it for the CGCs. The other day I got some stuff in, I just opened, that I got on eBay. I had to fill some holes in my Amazing Spider-Man collection. Volume 2. This completed it, so I have every single Volume 2 issue now. I got number 25. That's the glittery cover. Number 27 and 29 and 39 was thrown in with number 29. And I recently just switched over to putting everything in Mylar. You know, you get those from, you can buy them directly from Gerber. You can get the Mylites too. They you know what, I finally figured out what's the point of buying poly, because they just keep wearing out. You have to keep replacing them every, 3 to 5 years, because they get yellow, they get wrinkled. I'm just tired of replacing them. So from now on, all I'm doing is buying Mylites, and everything's going in Mylar.